Well, President Obama wants to get every single dime back that taxpayers put into banks. But did the government leave money on the table by auctioning off warrants too soon? John Erlichman is following that story for us. John.
Well, Deirdre, we know that when the government bailed out the banks, it got what you might call a sweetener, warrants to buy bank shares down the road when the economy got better. But the government never wanted to be a long-term investor. So what we've seen is the government auctioning off warrants to investors. JP Morgan's a great example of this. After JP Morgan repaid its TARP money, Treasury auctioned off the warrants and got close to $1 billion. Well, these were warrants to buy JP Morgan shares at around $42, and JP Morgan has been a very hot stock. So as a result, the warrants have also been incredibly hot. In fact, they're up 44% since they were auctioned off by Treasury. And this is not the only example out there. Bank of America is another one. Since those were auctioned off by Treasury, up 40%. Capital One, up 36%. Now, we know the government was a politically motivated seller, never in this to market time, but some savvy investors saw an opportunity. Once again, a name that pops up, John Paulson, the billionaire hedge fund manager of Paulson & Company, the biggest holder of JP Morgan and Capital One warrants, and so far on paper, Paulson's return more than $100 million, Deirdre.
All right, John. So, I mean, does this mean the government has to drive a tougher bargain, will drive a tougher bargain with the Citigroup warrants?
With Citigroup, that's certainly a big question, and some say absolutely it is possible. One caveat, the government holds 465 million of these Citigroup warrants, and they're at different prices. Some of them at a price of around $10.50 a share, others at around $18 or pretty close to it. And you can see the current price of Citigroup still a $4 stock. So that's a pretty bullish bet if you're moving into those warrants. Back to you.
Certainly is, John. Thanks very much.